Have you ever looked at your dog, truly looked at them, and felt like you were seeing a part of yourself staring back? Not just a loyal companion, but something deeper, something profoundly reflective. Maybe it's the way they stubbornly refuse to move from their favorite spot, mirroring your own secret resistance to change, or their boundless joy, reminding you of a freedom you've long forgotten. We often say, dogs are man's best friend. But what if they're also our most profound psychological mirrors? What if, in the playful wag of a tail or the deep gaze of their eyes, they're revealing secrets about your very own soul, your deepest desires, even your unacknowledged fears? Today, we're diving into a fascinating, perhaps even revolutionary idea, inspired by one of history's most profound thinkers, Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist who gifted us concepts like the collective unconscious, archetypes, and the shadow. While Jung never specifically wrote about dogs, his framework provides an incredibly powerful lens through which to understand our animal companions, and more importantly, what they tell us about ourselves. This isn't just about cute anecdotes. This is about using your relationship with your dog as a powerful tool for self-discovery, to uncover hidden aspects of your psyche and accelerate your personal development journey. Are you ready to see your furry friend and yourself in a whole new light? So, who was Carl Jung? A contemporary and early collaborator of Sigmund Freud, Jung eventually diverged, exploring the deeper, more spiritual, and often mythical dimensions of the human mind. He introduced us to the idea of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experience and imagery, inherited rather than learned. Within this vast ocean, he found archetypes, universal, primordial images and patterns of thought that reside in our unconscious. Think of them as blueprints for human experience: the hero, the mother, the wise old man, the trickster. Why does this matter for your dog? Because our interactions with our pets aren't just superficial. They tap into these deep, ancient patterns within us. Our dogs don't just exist around us. They activate fundamental parts of our psyche, often without us even realizing it. They become living symbols, reflecting back aspects of our own inner world. Let's start with the most obvious archetypal role our dogs often play: the companion, the loyal friend, the unconditional lover. Think about the archetype of the child: innocent, vulnerable, requiring protection and love. For many, their dog embodies this. We care for them, nurture them, and in return, they offer a boundless, uncomplicated love that can be incredibly healing. I remember a friend, Sarah, who adopted a rescue dog named Buddy. Buddy had been abused and was incredibly timid. Sarah poured endless patience and love into him. As Buddy slowly, tentatively began to trust, Sarah noticed something profound happening within herself. She had always struggled with self-worth, feeling she wasn't enough. But seeing Buddy's absolute, uncomplicated love for her, how he just wanted to be near her, started to chip away at her own self-doubt. Buddy became a living symbol of unconditional acceptance, and in nurturing him, she began to nurture that fragile, loving part of herself she had neglected. This isn't just about Buddy the dog. It's about the anima, or animus, in action. For Jung, the anima, the feminine principle in men, and animus, the masculine principle in women, represent the unconscious opposite gender traits within us. Our relationship with our dogs can often facilitate the integration of these softer, more nurturing aspects of ourselves, regardless of our gender. The dog invites us to express care, empathy, and a gentle authority. But dogs aren't just about soft snuggles and unconditional love. They also embody a powerful, ancient archetype, the wild one, the instinctual being. They live in the moment, driven by scent, sound, and primal urges. They remind us of the untamed natural world that we, as humans, have often suppressed in our modern, structured lives. Consider a dog, nose to the ground, utterly absorbed in a scent. No thoughts about deadlines, social media, or past regrets. Just pure, unadulterated presence. Or watching a dog chase a ball, an explosion of uninhibited joy. How often do we allow ourselves that level of pure, unadulterated presence and joy? Their wildness can be deeply uncomfortable for some of us, perhaps because it mirrors the wild, intuitive, or even messy parts of ourselves we've tried to tame or deny. This connection touches upon our shadow. The shadow, in Jungian terms, is the unconscious part of ourselves that we don't want to acknowledge. Our undesirable traits, but also our undeveloped potentials. Sometimes, the qualities in our dog that annoy us the most, their stubbornness, their territorial barking, their messy habits, might be reflections of our own unacknowledged shadow aspects. Are we stubborn in certain areas of our lives? Are we too territorial about our opinions? This brings us to one of Jung's most crucial concepts for understanding our dog relationships: projection. Simply put, projection is when we unconsciously attribute our own internal feelings, desires, or qualities to another person, or in this case, our dog. We see in them what exists within ourselves. Imagine a person, let's call him Mark, who is deeply insecure and constantly seeks approval. He might find himself overly concerned with how his dog Rex behaves in public. "Oh, Rex is so embarrassed by me," he might think, when in reality, Rex is just sniffing a lamppost. Mark isn't seeing Rex's embarrassment. He's projecting his own anxiety about social judgment onto his dog. Or perhaps an owner who constantly describes their dog as needy and demanding, when deep down, it's they who crave more attention and emotional connection in their own lives but are afraid to admit it. Conversely, we also project our positive qualities. If you see your dog as incredibly courageous, resilient, or wise, ask yourself, where do those qualities reside within me? Often, our dogs become canvases for our unlived ideals, our unexpressed virtues, or even our suppressed vulnerabilities. They allow us to externalize these internal states in a safe, non-judgmental way. Let's dig a little deeper into the shadow and how our dogs illuminate it. We all have parts of ourselves that we deem unacceptable or bad. We push them into the unconscious, creating our personal shadow. Our dogs, in their unfiltered nature, often act out our shadow in ways that we find frustrating, but that are actually incredibly revealing. Think about a dog that constantly digs up the garden, despite training. Annoying, right? But what if that digging instinct, that relentless pursuit of something buried, mirrors your own unacknowledged desire to dig deeper into a hidden passion, or to unearth a truth you've been avoiding? Or a dog that's incredibly dominant or stubborn? Is there a part of you that wishes you could be more assertive, more unyielding in pursuing your own needs, but you've suppressed it for fear of being too much? What if your dog's bad behavior isn't just about them needing more training, but about them acting out a piece of your unintegrated psyche? The path to wholeness, to individuation, often requires us to acknowledge and integrate these shadow aspects. When we can accept our dog's flaws with compassion, we are often taking a crucial step towards accepting our own. They teach us radical acceptance, starting with them, and slowly, surely extending to ourselves. Ultimately, Jung's life work was about individuation, the process of becoming a unified, whole individual, integrating all aspects of the psyche, conscious and unconscious. This isn't about becoming perfect, but about becoming complete. How does your dog help with this profound journey? They anchor us in the present. Dogs live purely in the moment. Their joy is immediate, their sadness fleeting. They pull us out of endless rumination about the past or anxiety about the future, reminding us to simply be. They demand responsibility and selflessness. Caring for another living being fosters maturity, empathy, and a sense of purpose beyond ourselves. They challenge our projections. By observing our reactions to their behavior, we can begin to unpack our projections and understand our own internal landscape more clearly. They offer unconditional love. In a world often built on conditions and expectations, the simple, unwavering love of a dog can be a profound experience of acceptance, allowing us to heal old wounds and integrate fragmented parts of ourselves. Consider how your dog greets you after a long day. That pure, unadulterated excitement. It's a mirror for the pure joy that still exists within you. No matter how much adult responsibilities have piled up, they connect us to our instinctual self, to the joy of movement, to the simple pleasure of a sunny day. So the next time you look at your dog, remember, they are more than just a pet. They are a profound living symbol, a mirror reflecting back the intricate landscape of your own psyche. Instead of just reacting to their behaviors, try asking yourself, what quality in my dog am I admiring or finding frustrating? How might that quality exist within me? What emotions do I project onto my dog? What do those emotions tell me about my own unacknowledged needs or fears? How does my dog invite me to be more present, more loving, or more courageous? Your dog isn't just accompanying you on your life's journey. They are actively participating in your journey of self-discovery and individuation. Pay attention, observe, and learn. What does your dog reveal about your psyche? Share your insights and stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. If this video resonated with you, give it a like, share it with another dog lover, and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into psychology and personal growth. Thanks for watching, and may your journey with your furry mirror be filled with endless discovery.